guys, how are you? Dave Calloway, Chad Lemmens. We're just kind of hanging out right here at Alistair Deacon's, downtown Wausau. And we're doing a podcast today, last minute thing, because people are going to be getting drones like crazy for Christmas. So, and we're talking not hundreds, thousands of people will be getting drones. So this, all of a sudden, drones will be flying over your head in your neighborhood, and you're going, where did these come from? Santa. So blame Santa.
Absolutely.
Chad is right here, and let's go over lots of things. You know, it's like you're going to get the drone. You know you're getting a drone for Christmas, but then what?
Yeah. You take it out of the box. We already talked about that at the last podcast.
Right.
Yep. And then we wanted to get through a top 10 list. You know, you read the directions, you put the drone together, you're ready to fly.
Right.
Wait.
Yeah.
Something I didn't know was, and we're going to do a top 10 list of those things you may not have known.
Okay, there you go. Because there's plenty. I'm sure top 10 might be scratching the surface, actually.
Yes.
But these are critical, you know.
Absolutely critical. Let's start with number 10. Know your equipment.
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, you're going to look in the book, and it's going to tell you all about your equipment.
Right.
But you actually need to take a step back and reanalyze it.
Know it. Yeah.
Know it.
Okay.
Number 9. Stay hydrated.
Okay.
You know, you may not think it's a big deal,
yeah,
but you really need to make sure your person is taken care of before you're out there flying a drone above, you know, wildlife.
That's a good, you know what, that's so true of photography as well, because when I'm out, and if you're shooting for any great length of time, the worst thing that can happen is you, as the camera person, is not working anymore because you're not hydrated. Yeah, so good advice.
There's
really good advice.
Yeah, absolutely. There are some FAA regulations. The number 8 is you can only fly up to 30 minutes past sunset and before sunrise.
Okay.
Yep, and that is obviously because of safety concerns. You may not be able to see the drone when you're up in the sky.
Right.
Airplanes may not be able to visually see it.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Okay.
We're going to go number 6. Communicate to those around you. You may be in the middle of nowhere, but you may also be around people. You can't be flying above people or above vehicles.
Okay.
But you may be people walking by you on the street.
Sure, and that sounds like a critical one to me about flying over people is just don't do that. You know, there's events you may want to go to, or you may want to go to an alumni or a wedding thing where you want to fly right over them. Don't.
Correct.
So.
And you know, it's big to communicate around you. I am going to be flying here for the next 5 minutes. If you just, you know, move around the area.
Okay.
Okay. And then if you're obviously at any time to be safe, if somebody does come into the area, just, you know, get control of yourself and the drone and move away.
Okay.
Yep. Number 5, and this is for those adults who get drones from Santa.
Okay.
8 hours bottle to throttle.
Okay.
Do you know what that means, Dave?
I'm going to say if you've been drinking.
If you've been drinking, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just like a licensed pilot does, that is the same goes for drone flying.
Got to have a lot of time between flight time and drink time.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Number 4, and this is probably should be number 1, but I'm going to list it as number 4.
Okay.
You don't stare straight at the drone the whole time. You actually use short bursts with your eyes.
All right.
So you can gather all of the surroundings up in the air around the drone.
Sure.
So you can see if birds are up there, airplanes in the area. And again, that same works for on the ground when you're flying around.
Okay. Yeah, because, know your surroundings.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Good safety tip.
Always check just like Santa does, number 3, sorry. Always check your list twice. Always check your pre-flight list, safety list, and your drone and equipment twice.
Sure. I knew there would always be a list for this sort of thing, but, you know, come on, you know, you're going to be flying, you know, you want to be safe, so.
Yes, correct. And I think it's number 2.
Number 2. Dun, dun, dun.
400 feet max.
Okay.
That's the highest you can go by the FAA regulations.
And is there something on your drone that will, when you get to 400 feet, it stops?
It does. It alerts you. It says you cannot go above this height, and it talks to you and says, you cannot. Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
400 feet, by the way, is way up in the air. Just so you know,
it is very tall.
Yeah,
that's very high.
It is up there.
And then I would say one of the biggest concerns, or one of the biggest safety things I want to get out there from experience, is if you're within 5 nautical miles of an airport, you should be respectful to the other airplane pilots out there flying in the sky,
right?
And you should notify that airport.
Okay, we've ran into this before where we've had Chad fly up in the air and he'll be at like an IFC event. We've had him at like Runners Cure Cancer, for example, and he contacted the local airport and let him know he was going to be flying. And they said back to him, "Thank you for calling, because we don't get the calls from drone flyers. And we know there's a lot of people out there flying drones, but you do, we do."
Yeah. You're sharing the sky. You're sharing the sky with somebody else. Safety is the number one concern amongst everybody out there.
Okay.
So drones should respect the air as much as pilots do. And just so everybody is aware that as a hobbyist or a commercial flyer, that is both.
Okay.
You have both of those roles, regardless of if you're a hobbyist or you're going to be flying and selling.
Right.
You should make sure that you notify those airports.
Okay, and then if we have any other questions, is there a place we can go? Can we go to your website?
Yeah, absolutely. www.lemmenscreativedesign.com. And just remember, biggest thing is be aware of your surroundings and what you're doing out there.
Okay.
Happy flying.
And the day after Christmas, look in the air.
Happy flying.